Daddy catches a child sex predator sexually molesting his screaming 5-year-old little girl, and he punches the guy to death. The man who hears his daughter screams races to save her. The case goes to a grand jury for homicide charges. Murder? The only thing this guy deserves is an award, a medal for Father of the Year. Right now, to Ellie Josted, I want to go over the facts from the very beginning. Martin and I were talking about what may underlie a grand jury consideration. This father actually has a case that goes to the grand jury for felony charges when he catches the molester raping his 5-year-old daughter. Ellie, what are the rest of the facts?
Right, Nancy. Well, what was going on here is that this is on the grandfather, the little girl, the 5-year-old girl's grandfather's ranch. They keep horses there. They keep chickens there. Allegedly, the little girl and her brother go off to feed the chickens. The rest of the adults are in another part of the ranch. Then a witness says, and there's conflicting reports about exactly what happened at this point, but a witness says that somehow this alleged attacker, Flores, separated the girl from her brother, forcibly carried her into some wooded area, some brush there on the farm. That's when this witness ran, got the father, said something's going on.
Yeah. Ellie, can you just please call it like it is? It's clearly the little boy. All right? Because they send the little boy and the little girl off to feed the chickens. They go off. They're all playing. This is a fun thing for them.
Sure.
The next thing you know, mystery witness runs to get his daddy because Mora Flores has picked up her up and carried her off to the woods. And he hears his sister screaming. All right, go ahead.
Right. So there's this frantic search, father looking in the woods for the girl. He hears her scream, runs to the source of the scream, and that's when he said he saw Flores, pants down, caught in the act of assaulting, raping his daughter, Nancy. And that's when he says he pulled Flores off his daughter, struck him several times, and from that point we know Flores died almost right away. A grandfather who says he jumped the fence, also running to save the little girl, says that when he got there at the scene, Flores may have been dead already. That's how quickly this all happened.
We are live in Shiner, Texas, where a man saves his daughter in the midst of a sex attack. His 5-year-old daughter punches a guy in the face and head. The guy drops dead. You can hear from the 911 call out to you, Martin Savage, CNN correspondent, joining us, that he's desperately trying to save the pervert. And I know how you are, Martin. You want me to say the alleged child molester. You don't want me to call the guy a pervert. You know what? I believe the grandmother and the grandfather and the father, that there he was with his pants pulled down. Not only that, the whole family. Isn't this true? Martin Savage tried to do CPR on the pervert.
He did indeed. I mean, that's one of the, one of the most shocking aspects here, on top of what we've already heard, is that they've seen the crime being perpetrated on a young girl. And then what do? They turn around and try to be the lifesavers on the same man who they've watched carry out this horrific act. And that is a remarkable statement about the family. And then, of course, you've already heard the 911 call and the great sense of extreme remorse the father is under as he desperately tries to seek help for this same person.
But Martin Savage, why does the father have to be on pins and needles while this is taken to a grand jury? Thankfully, the grand jury did not charge him, Martin, but why did it have to go to a grand jury?
You know, that question was asked. I asked it of the DA. She said this was part of the process that was necessary to go through, but it doesn't make sense.